We're back revealing the shocking stories of women who have been stalked for years. And now my job is to ask why. Here to help, psychiatrist Dr. Judith Joseph, forensic criminologist Dr. Casey Jordan. And of course we have Allison and Lenora here as well. Dr. Jordan, let's start with you. You've been listening to these stories.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult for Allison, Lenora, and others who are being stalked, for the victims to get justice?
Well, for starters, the laws only really came into effect about 20 years ago, and that was kind of pre-internet, and things have really amped up with the ability to stalk people through cyber connections, internet and phone calls and everything. The laws are kind of out of touch, and keep in mind their own stories. They went to the police are like, is he standing on your doorstep right now? If not, what can we do? So the attitude of law enforcement definitely needs to change. So we need to really get first-time stalking to the level of a felony.
All right, so what should victims do, folks watching right now who might be getting stalked?
Gosh, first of all, you need to draw a line in the sand. Remember that stalking is an intentional conduct that puts you in fear. And the key is that when you tell somebody, it is unwanted, I do not contact me again. Don't try to negotiate with them. They're not logical. Draw the line and say, I never want to hear from you. If you do this, I'm going to get an order of protection. I'm going to the cops. And then zero engagement. You cannot answer an email. They can call you 100 times and you could ignore it. But if you pick up on the 101st and go, I told you to stop this, they go,
they got what you
gotcha.
want. So let's go inside the mind of the stalker, because that's the part that I didn't really get. I thought these were conniving folks. I didn't realize they were irrational. So what motivates a stalker? And is there a diagnosis that psychiatrists have for this type of behavior?
Excellent question, Dr. Oz. There is a range. There's a spectrum. So you have the more common things. Unfortunately, they're common. Domestic violence. People who hold grudges, who are disgruntled exes, who think they're above the law, who break the law. And then you have the more extreme versions, people who have a break from reality, people who are psychotic. And this can be quite scary because sometimes these people truly believe that the object of their obsession belongs to them, and they can do whatever they want with this object of their obsession, including taking their lives.
Is it reasonable for us to hope that we can help these folks, that we can rehabilitate them? Is rehabilitation real for a stalker?
Well, you know, that more severe range that I talked about, the people who have a break from reality, there are medications that can help people to become rehabilitated. And so we have to keep in mind that most stalking is not a mental illness. And you can't get a free pass by calling it mental illness, because that does no one justice.
Yeah, it's unfair to the victims.
It's very unfair.
Lenora, Allison, let me give you the last word, since you've been victimized for years, both of you. Lenora, last words for the audience. What do you want them to know?
Sure. You know, 7.5 million Americans, that's a silent epidemic we have here, right? And obviously strengthening the laws are what we need. So something like a stalking registry, we've seen it work with sex offenders, is incredibly important.
Allison?
I guess I would have to say that you need to stand up for yourself. Don't take it lying down. And if you don't...
I want to applaud you both for speaking out. I know it was hard to do to revisit these issues, but it'll change some minds today. I want to help a lot of women who are out there. Do not feel like you're alone. Dr. Jordan has given us a stalker risk assessment report. If you believe you are being stalked or at risk for being stalked, you can find it at droz.com. Use it. Get ahead of this. Don't be a victim. We'll be right back.